Subscription boxes, are they worth it? I don't know. We're going to find out here today. To give you some idea of how subscription boxes work is, generally speaking, you pay a monthly subscription and you get a gift basket every month. And generally speaking, that gift basket is tied to the mission statement or theme of the company that is distributing said subscription box. My wife gets a makeup one from time to time, for instance. Now, generally speaking, there's a central item, a big item, if you will, and then some satellite items that may add some value. So what I have here is the TacPack, and as you can see, it's not very covertly labeled. It's definitely can be seen that it is the TacPack. And I can't show you this side because it's got a label with my address on it. Please do not come to my house. My dog will bite you, and my wife will absolutely shoot you. So what we're gonna do is, I have not looked inside this thing. We're gonna go ahead and tear into it, and we're gonna go item by item and see if this thing is worth the fee. Now, real quick, if you use the VSO code, one, I get a little bit of a kickback from that, so just full transparency there. But you also get some extras on top of what's going on inside this box. First item, we have a patch. We're just going to go ahead and start small. We'll go ahead and take this and right there for the rest of the video. There you go. Next item, the Armaspec anti-walk pins. And what anti-walk pins are used for is a good way to keep your rifle from spontaneously disassembling itself at the least opportune time. And if you've got a high round count gun, or a gun that you plan to put high round counts on, maybe something that you plan to take to a training course or something like that, anti-walk pins are for you. Now, in my opinion, they are an absolute requirement for anything full auto, one, and two, anything that has higher recoil than, say, like a 5.56 or 300 Blackout subsonic gun. Anything like your 450 Bushmaster, 458 SOCOM, 308s, and things like your pistol caliber carbines. A lot of people don't know that pistol caliber carbines have harsher recoil. Not only do they have harsher recoil, they have very strange recoil because it is a direct blowback gun. Definitely something that you want to put in those guns. Next item, more from Armaspec, the B1 extended magazine release. I think we can all figure out what an extended magazine release does, but the way this thing works, it looks to me anyway, is we've got a button that goes down inside and replaces your stock magazine release button, and then we have two screws that then attach the extended magazine release to that button. It also includes the hardware as well as the tool, and I will also point out that the anti-walk pins include the tools with them as well. So this box says TacFire on it. I don't know what's in this thing. I am not familiar with TacFire. First item is a end plate, and you can see that it has a QD swivel port on the back there. So if you're looking for an option to attach a QD sling, then there is one right there for you. And then the second item, blowing all over the range here, we should probably put something heavy on top of our box there. This is the front port for your QD swivel stud, and it is M-LOK compatible. We have some pollution here. We'll just go ahead and set that aside, burn it later. And then, wow, check that out. So this is a War Machine. I'm assuming that that is supposed to be War Machine. I'm not sure if they were playing with some kind of words there, but this is a convertible 2-point to 1-point QD sling. We can see here that we've got a buckle, and then to convert to, you can run it 2-point, right like this. Those QD points are integrated directly into the sling. They're not attached by a loop or anything like that. And then to convert it to a single point, you simply take that and run it right like that. So that's kind of neat. We also have a tensioning band, so to give you guys an idea what that looks like, we'll just go ahead and throw it on real quick. You can see here that I have about this much room, and then you run this forward and it gives you a little bit more room, or if you want to run it back, I kinked it, son of a gun. I suppose there is the hazard that it doesn't have a keeper to keep it linear. I'm gonna have to take it off to unscrew it. I mean, not quite a savvy sniper sling, but anyway, redoing the demo. More room, less room. Got it. This is the card in the bottom of the TacPack, and as you can see, we have each individual item with a short description of it and the expected value of the item. Personally speaking, these are definitely rounded values. I think that it would be better if they listed it as, instead of 20.00, they listed it as $20, just to be completely transparent that these are rounded values. I don't know if that is on purpose or not, but what I did was I did a little research of my own on the interweb, and we're going to compare what they're claiming versus what I found on the interweb. Some of this is going to be subjective, fair warning. So we'll start at the bottom. The patch, they have listed as priceless, which marketing, cool, funny, but from experience, it costs between $3 to $10 to manufacture a patch of that like, and to be conservative, we'll call it $5. The next item up is the magazine release, and TacPack has it listed for $20, and I found it on the manufacturer's website for $17.99. This is not unrealistic, guys, and not only is this a rounded value, but also we have to keep in mind that we don't know when this item was purchased and what the minimum advertised pricing of that item was at the time of purchase. It's a non-competitive thing that manufacturers or vendors do. And if you violate MAP pricing, it is a contract that you sign with the original manufacturer. If you violate that, they will sue the heck out of you. I think it is several times the value of the item that they are entitled to. So this is not unrealistic for this to be listed as $20. Now, the QD point next is listed as $10, and the only place that I could find this particular item was on Optics Planet. There was one other listing on this site, but we don't talk about trader websites at all. So anyway, I found this on Optics Planet, but it had the swivel stud in it, and a swivel stud is pretty much running about $15 these days from a reputable manufacturer, and so we're gonna give it a price of $14.99 for just the point from TacFire. The end plate was listed as $10 from TacPack, and the only place that I could find it in reasonable fashion was Optics Planet again, and it was listed at $10.19. The anti-walk pins are listed at $12 by TacPack, and I found them on the manufacturer's website for $11.99. So straight up right there. And then the sling is listed as a $50 value, and I could not find an official price for this item. It does not appear that this item is currently offered by the manufacturer on their website. It may be something they are doing for third parties only. However, I did find some Reddit listings for them, and they're running anywhere between $20 and $25. So that's what I have listed here. So here comes the challenging part. To do the arithmetic, we got 50, 12, 10, 10, 20, and then priceless, that's $102. And then this guy, we've got, oh boy, this is gonna not be fun. There we go, $85.16. So again, the TacPack price, $49.95 per month, regardless of which price you accept. We've got between $102 and $85 value on the items. Then you've also got built in the cost of the boxes and things like that. So it looks to me like TacPack is actually delivering a pretty solid value. Don't forget, guys, that if you use our code when you sign up at TacPack, that you would get some additional items on top of what's already in the box that month, and a portion of the proceeds go to support the channel. I greatly appreciate you guys. Now, back to the question at hand. Is a subscription box worth it? Well, as far as the numbers are concerned, definitely the value is there. What I would say, though, is a little bit more subjective, is if you plan to use any of the items that come in your subscription box that month. So for this one in particular, I would say that I will absolutely use the magazine release. I would definitely use the QD point. Definitely using the QD end plate. The patch, we can say, yeah, probably. I'll probably stick it on something. And absolutely, I will use the anti-walk pins. So out of this particular box, I would say that we've got it at least over a $50 value, which puts us over the $49.99 a month for the TacPack. Even though I did not pay for this box, full disclosure, I would say that the value in this particular TacPack is there. So that is an individual, again, subjective call on your part. But yeah, I would say that TacPack was a win this month, that's for sure. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, found it interesting and informative. If you did, please leave a comment down below, like, share, subscribe, all those things, and hopefully we'll see you guys on a future video here at the VSO Gun Channel. Big nail in there to hold stuff down. Gotta eat, guys, although you can definitely tell that I could miss a meal or two. I could starve for about a month or so and probably be all right, but I've been reduced to a salesman. YouTube demonetization